I'm starting off this list of a more mediocre and stupid product called Ice Cream Magic. Now, back in the early 2010s, this was one of those infomercials Cartoon Network would air all the time along with the Pillow Pets. Looking back on this thing, it's really useless. So it's this ice cream cone shaped thermos where you would make your own ice cream. You just had to add in the blocks of ice, a bunch of salt, some cream, and the flavoring. Just remember, all of this comes separately. All they give you is the cup. Then you have to shake it repeatedly for 3 minutes just to get a mediocre small thing of ice cream. Or, you can just go to the store and buy ice cream instead of wasting $15 on this dumb contraption. But I'm sure the extra cost was worth it so that kids can shake a sugar-filled cup. Already, the title of this thing is pretty suggestive. Pony Up Daddy Saddle. Good name, I know. And it is, well, it's a pad you place on your back and have other people ride it. It's dumb, it's useless, and probably more uncomfortable. But you're probably wondering, is this thing just for dads? No, mommies can embarrass themselves too. What a great opportunity. It comes in multiple different colors and a variety of questions from your neighbors, asking why you decided to buy a saddle and why you're out in public using it. Then there's this infomercial which has some of the weirdest sound effects I've ever heard.
Just grab on and go for a ride.
And you can still buy these, going for a whopping $35 on Amazon. Or you can just use a pillow instead, a much better option. Or just do something else and let your kids ride you. The first of a few rip-off toys I show off in this video, many foreign companies have tried and failed to copy the success of LEGO. The most well-known is Lepin, who basically just copies exact LEGO sets but with cheaper materials. But some of these other companies have more creative designs. In particular, superheroes and Ninjago seem to be ripped off the most, so let's focus on those. Some superhero rip-offs include masterpieces like this, and this, and especially this one. I don't even know what's going on with these. For Ninjago, we have them at the Portal of Atlantis, riding dinosaurs, and by a weird mini version of this set. In recent years, the bigger rip-off companies like Lepin have been targeted by LEGO, rightfully suing them since these are their designs and characters. Most originate from China, so of course it's hard to punish them. Just keep watch on eBay. I myself have fallen victim to these douchebags in the past. Here's a toy based off the fun, yet challenging game of Russian roulette. It's Kabakik, a way for kids to play an incredibly mature game without any of the blood. Instead of a bullet coming out of the barrel, a pair of pink hippo feet will kick the side of your face. And for every time that doesn't happen, you get a point. Whoever gets the most points will win. And let's check out the box here. We first have this kid who seems super excited to have his freaking brains blown out of his skull. And if any of you watching this can read Japanese, tell me in the comments. I would low-key love to know what some of this means. Same with these weird anime looking characters, like what do they have to do with this? I really want to know the age rating for this as well, like what if it's rated 3 and up or something? Wow, this box is giving me a goddamn headache. Even funnier than the previously mentioned ripoffs is this mishmash of highly protected intellectual properties. It's a new superhero team called the Sense of Right Alliance. We got some badass heroes like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, the Blue Power Ranger, Blue Lightning McQueen, and Shrek. Truly a great ensemble. What's even greater are the other heroes this box art teases. I found more images of some other sets, including The Thing, a yellow Power Ranger, and a gorilla, probably Harambe. I really couldn't find any more information about these things, they're just stupidly fun. Someone even made a goofy YouTube parody back around like 2014.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. So when we needed them, they could fight the battles that we never could.
The original was deleted, so that's why I'm not as sure. But I am sure about how funny this thing looks. It's just a feast for the eyes. Oh, and slightly unrelated to the Sense of Right Alliance is this thing that someone found at a store. I've had this image saved on my phone for over a year now and I wanted to share it. I think my favorites here are Incredible Fella, Fedora, Ron, and Greg. This may seem like a normal card game, but they're definitely more than they seem. These are the Hannah Montana Popstar card game, released about a year after the show started in 2006. The problem with them is that they contain lead, you know, one of the deadliest household chemicals. Yes, these cards contain 75% more lead than the normal amount, causing them to be in a lot of controversy, but they remained on shelves thanks to a really stupid loophole, as the lead was located in the vinyl, not the paint, so it took even longer for the product to get off shelves. Thanks a lot, Disney, for trying to give our kids lead poisoning.
It's the Doggie Doo Game. Let's play Doggie Doo. Feed him, roll the die. What's that sound? Doggie did what doggies do. Doggie Doo by Goliath.
Oh joy, it's Doggie Doo, this expensive game made for all ages. Play this rewarding game with your parents where you feed a dog and watch as it sharts out yellow slobs of Play-Doh. And if you want to get it now, get ready to pay $60 for it online. Seriously, what's with kids and poop-related toys? I see it more of modern toys, but this is where it seemed to have started. So apparently how it works is that you're trying to compete to see who is the best dog walker. You squeeze the leash in order to hear a fart sound, which gets louder and louder. Then he will poop out these simulated pieces of feces, which you must pick up. The first person to collect the feces from the wiener dog 3 times will win. You also get these colored shovels made to pick up the yellow turds, so you won't have to use your hands. How fun. This is yet another product I remember seeing commercials of back around like 2011. What I'm about to show you is a real image, one of a hilarious bootleg. It's a black colored kid's backpack with a miscolored Sonic the Hedgehog slapped onto it. Not only that, but next to him is the last name of America's 44th president, Obama. Making this even better is the other name on the backpack, Harry Potter. Not only is this a great crossover, it's just a great design, one that can even match those at Gucci. Beautiful. Here's a children's book called If a Peacock Finds a Pot Leaf. And yes, this is a children's book. It was released in 2013 to critical acclaim, but I still decided to put it on here for one reason. It's just kind of a dumb idea. It's not dumb to teach people about this stuff, but the book is made for a seemingly really young audience. It's about a peacock named Peter going for a walk in the woods and finding something magical. A pot leaf, which he shows to his many friends. Then they begin talking to him about the benefits of medical marijuana. You know, to kids. And what I think is the best part is a title similar to those If You Give a Mouse a Cookie books, but with drugs. Again, nothing bad about the idea of teaching this stuff, even to older kids. It's a Buzz Lightyear toy, nothing wrong with that. Oh, wait. Yeah, for some reason, the designers decided to place the straw right where its junk should be, so whenever you drink from it, everyone will look at you funny. I mean, they could have placed it anywhere else on the cup, but it was decided that the straw and straw hole should go there. Best of all is Buzz's facial expression and folded arms, adding to the hilarity. Guessing this was just sold at various small stores, but it being sold at Disney parks would be even greater. Just let everyone buy this masterpiece. But since then, this thing has been referenced to multiple times, even showing up in a Robot Chicken sketch.
Well, many of us are pulled off the shelves unfairly. Like me! Anyway.
Lawn darts, also known as jarts, became somewhat popular in the 1980s. They were these longer darts which you would take turns throwing to a hoop. They weren't that sharp, but the speed in which they were thrown at could possibly cause damage. And that's what ended up happening. The lawn darts could get thrown and miss their intended targets, causing thousands of injuries. Some of these were fatal, which produced a ton of horror stories in which a kid was stabbed by these. The most infamous of which was the death of Michelle Snow, who was stabbed by a lawn dart straight through her skull. And these incidences led to them being banned in the United States, with the only ones remaining being marketed to only adults. Okay, not even I can tolerate something so awful. This is what many have referred to as the Poopy Slime Surprise Unicorn, and it's just as bad as it sounds. As I mentioned earlier with the Doggie Doo toy, apparently kids love shit-related products, and this is probably the biggest. Most of you will know about this one because Critical made a series of popular videos in which he reviewed the series, which leads us to this. I already hate looking at these things. They are these weird anthropomorphic unicorn girls with hoof hands and a diaper. What's worse is that you can customize a poop and have the toy sharded out in a glittery toilet. Just gross, plain gross. Seriously, what in the hell are these kids into these days? And I feel like I'm starting to sound like some out-of-touch parent when I say that, which I shouldn't. I'm 18 and yet I still don't get it, even though I grew up with toys only a decade before. Then it was just Doggie Doo, but now it's this stuff, and it's so stupid to the point I can't comprehend it. Okay, rant over. Oh boy, bring out the youngsters for this one. It's the E.T. finger light based off the hit 1982 film. But seriously, if you find any child playing with this, just back up and walk away. I mean, it didn't mean to look like this phallic wrinkly donger, but still. It was meant to be an innocent 80s toy where you would put this over your real finger and pretend to be the small alien creature from the film. It even stimulates the famous scene from the movie by having a glowing tip, which I guess is pretty cool, but it still came out wrong. But don't give up, toy designers. You might have just sold this to the wrong demographic. If you want to buy it now, just find a listing on eBay that can set you back hundreds of dollars. Completely worth it. It's already dodgy enough that this is a toy based off the CSI show, but there's more. In its examination kit, you are able to test for fingerprints, which will blow away excess powder. This substance used for this contains, well, asbestos. Specifically, it contains 7% of tremolite, which has been cited as the most fatal form of asbestos. Exposure to it has been tied together with developing mesothelioma, lung diseases, and cancer. So basically, if you buy this and play with it, you will most likely get some sort of disease. Good job to the Chinese makers of this. So yeah, 6 of 8 kits tested were positive of asbestos, as stated by the Asbestos Disease Awareness Organization. What's worse is that this product was only out in stores a little over a decade ago, proving things like this still happen. Bebeglatone, Spanish for glutton baby, is just plain wrong. Just watch this mess of a commercial. Yes, this is no ordinary baby doll. It's a breast-sucking monster made for little girls. Released back in the late 2000s by some Spanish company, it was immediately hit with backlash over how awkward and ridiculous this toy is. What makes this all worse is the bra with flower nipples on it, which makes the baby produce sucking noises. So many people voice their concerns, like those that felt such a product could even encourage little girls to have kids too early of an age. A bit of an overreaction, but the realism is still way too much for what could have been a simple toy. Now seeing it the opposite way for boys playing with this thing is a-okay. Let's go, mates. In November 2014, at Dayton, Ohio, Nicole Allen and her daughter went to a small dollar store. In it, the daughter found a toy called the Evil Stick, which she placed in her cart. This toy is seemingly innocent, being colored pink with flower petals and a cartoon character pictured. The cardboard packaging even said it sends out wonderful music. When playing with the stick, this happens.
It's difficult to see the image clearly in the dark, but if you pull back the foil, there's no mistaking it.
And if you look close enough, it's not a drawing, it's an actual picture of the girl slitting her wrist.
Peeling back the stick reveals this horrifying image of a girl cutting her wrists, and the music is a manic laugh. The mother was outraged that this toy could even be marketed at 3 and up, with news coverage soon to follow. Yes, the mother is kind of dumb, but the toy itself began a mystery. How would such a toy be made and allowed on shelves? Well, it turns out that the image might have been placed over the existing image. These images alone are creepy, but not as disturbing as a girl cutting her wrists, so still kind of messed up. Was this a cruel prank? Yeah, probably. But if you want to know more about this, I linked an interesting article below.